A victory for oil producers and a blow for the White House as a judge overturns an offshore drilling ban. And is now really the right time to buy euros? One of Asia's biggest investors tells us why he is making a short-term bet on the currency. Hello and welcome. I'm Colleen McEdwards at CNN Center, and you are watching World Business Today. Well, it was a ban that angered politicians, oil companies, and workers in the Gulf of Mexico. To the markets now, a new trading day getting underway in Asia. Major markets in the region opening just a few minutes ago. We're going to be watching, of course, to see whether they can recover from Tuesday's losses. So here's how things are shaping up so far. We got red arrows. We got the Nikkei down more than 1%. In Seoul, we've got the Kospi down 0.47%, and Australia's main index is down 1.18%. Now to Wall Street. Earlier, renewed doubts about the U.S. economic recovery helped send U.S. stocks lower. We had a weaker than expected existing home sales report. It was a lot of what was behind that dip in confidence. The major indices losing well over 1% each. Volume was also light, though. This is ahead of a U.S. Federal Reserve announcement on the state of the economy. That is due out on Wednesday. Well, China is showing that it can still control its currency, and we are seeing that its recent move to get rid of the peg from the U.S., peg to the U.S. dollar, can lead to both a stronger and a weaker yuan. Interesting stuff. Thanks to Poppy for that. And for much more, of course, as Poppy mentioned, go to CNNmoney.com. There's a lot there, more on this particular issue and all your latest financial news of the day. So go to CNNmoney.com. And still ahead here on World Business Today, some serious business to talk about in Mexico. We're going to look at the growing industry of bodyguard training as the country's drug war fuels a need for some heavy-duty protection. And austerity rules in the UK as the new government announces sweeping cuts and hiking taxes. We'll be back. South African prosecutors have dropped charges against two women from the Netherlands. They had been accused of ambush marketing for a Dutch brewery. Yeah, you can sort of understand the laughing about it, but the streets of Nuevo Progreso are a place where only the brave still venture. No laughing matter at all, and we are going to show you why. That's coming up as our series continues all this week right here on World Business Today. Stay with us. We will be right back. I'll have a look at the latest business headlines for you. That's coming up in just a moment. Welcome back. You're watching World Business Today. Here's a check of the latest headlines for you. Already some developments on the oil moratorium, the deepwater drilling moratorium in the Gulf. This is just into CNN. The U.S. Interior Secretary is now saying that they plan to issue a new order imposing that moratorium on deepwater drilling, a new order in the coming days, apparently. Now, this all follows a judge's ruling just on Tuesday that struck down that 6-month ban that was put in place by the Obama administration, I should say, after the oil disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. Japan planning to cap annual government spending at just over $780 billion for the next 3 years. This is part of a 10-year budget strategy to rein in debt. The Prime Minister has hinted at a substantial sales tax increase, but the government says exact details won't be released until later. Major markets in Asia open now for about a half an hour. Here's how it's looking in early trade. In Japan, we've got the Nikkei down almost 1.5%. Seoul's Kospi's down a little bit. The S&P ASX 200 down 0.9%. And that is all for this edition of World Business Today. I'm Colleen McEdwards here at CNN Center. We've got World Sport coming right up.